Hey guys, I need to give a shout out to SeatGeek for sponsoring this video. If you're unaware of what SeatGeek is, it is an app that lets you buy tickets to concerts, to sporting events, to any sort of major thing that you want to get a ticket to. And what it does is it shows you a map of the tickets listed across all different websites, and it shows you which deal is a good deal and which deal is a bad deal, so you know if you're getting ripped off. So if you download the app and you want to go and use it to buy tickets, make sure you use my code COOGS at checkout and you will save $20 off your first order. Thanks, SeatGeek. So yes, we've got Spider-Man PS4 coming out this weekend. We've got the NBA games dropping. But don't forget, we still do have a roster update this week in MLB The Show, as well as the Player of the Month coming on Friday. So, of course, like every roster update, I'm going to give you guys my roster update predictions. I'm going to tell you who I think is going gold, who I think is going diamond, and so on and so forth. And just like I say with every roster update prediction video, gotta make a couple things clear. Number one, these are my predictions and my predictions alone. If you disagree with one of my picks or you feel like I didn't talk about somebody who might deserve it, leave your comments down there, and people can look there and also have opinions from you guys so they can make even more decisions on who they want to invest in. Number two, I only talk about upgrades. I do not cover downgrades, and I only talk about upgrades going from one tier to the next. So if somebody gets upgraded from like an 85 diamond to an 88 diamond, I don't talk about that player. I only talk about guys who I think are going to make the jump from one tier up to the next. And lastly, these are just my predictions, so if you decide to invest in a card that I predict will be going up and it doesn't end up happening, I didn't tell you to do it. You're the one who chose to spend your stubs. Don't blame me. With that being said, let's go ahead and get into the predictions. So I'm not going to talk about any bronze to silver. I'm just going to go ahead and get into the silver to gold upgrades. Let's see who the first guy is. Ronald Acuna Jr. He is a 78 overall silver. I did talk about this guy in the last roster update prediction video, I think. I still think this guy should be making his way up to a gold pretty soon here. Whether it's this update, whether it's the next one, I don't know. I think Ronald Acuna Jr. is playing up to a gold capability, and I think he definitely deserves that gold upgrade. So Ronald Acuna, you see his hitting numbers, or not, actually just ignore the hitting numbers. His position is left field. He's already got a very, very solid fielding arsenal for his position. He's got pretty decent fielding. 82 arm strength is actually really good for a left fielder. 68 accuracy, 74 reaction. He's got the speed for an outfielder. He's also got some stealing. So pretty much the hitting on his card is holding him back. That's the biggest thing. And if you take a look at Ronald Acuna's season, he's hitting 289 with a 355 on base, a 563 slugging, and a 919 OPS. And he's also got 23 home runs, 50 RBIs, 22 doubles, and 98 hits on the season. In the last 28 days, he's hitting 346. He's got a 425 on base percentage, a 731 slugging, and an OPS over 1100 with 11 home runs and 20 RBIs in that time. And you can take a look at his splits between righties and lefties, but overall, I think all four of them need to go up. I think contact and power versus righties needs to go up. I think contact and power versus lefties needs to go up. I think this guy needs to have a significant hitting boost, because right now 72-65 against righties, that's more of his strong suit. He's already a 78, but if you give him a plus 15 to those, he's playing up to an 82. He's playing up to a mid-tier gold. Honestly, I think you can give a boost to both contact and power against righties and lefties, and I think this guy will have enough to get to an 80. So I'm going to say Acuna makes it to a gold this week. The next guy we're going to talk about is going to be the Yankees phenom. I would say probably the favorite for Rookie of the Year. Some people are now saying, Joey Wendell from the Rays, and Ohtani's still in the mix, Gleyber Torres as well. If I was going to vote, I would probably vote for Andujar, but he is a 77 overall silver in the game. He's a third baseman. His major strong suit is the contact versus righties, and he is hitting over 300 against righties this season, so I think that still stands. But taking a look at Andujar, he's not going to go up in defense. This is where it's holding him back. Defense and speed on his card, I think, are reflected pretty accurately. He's got like a -2 defensive WAR or something, which is really bad. So you're year. He's not going to go up on defense. He's not going to get any more speed or stealing or anything like that. I think he's only stolen a few bags on the year. So he just has to go up based on his hitting alone, in my opinion. So if you take a look at his hitting numbers, he's got a 297 average this season, a 331 on base, a 523 slugging, and an 824 OPS. On the season, he's got 23 home runs, 76 RBIs, and 38 doubles. He's hitting for power, not just home runs, but also with doubles and just extra base hits as a whole. In the month of August, he hit 320 with a 967 OPS. He also had 10 home runs and 29 RBIs in that month as well. And against righties this season, he's got 18 home runs and 28 doubles. So honestly, I could see Andujar staying at a silver. I just don't know. Like, you give him a plus 10 against righties, like plus 10 contact and plus 10 power against righties. That brings him up to a 79. So he would need something against lefties too. I don't know if he's going to get anything against lefties. He could possibly get a contact upgrade against lefties. I don't know. It's going to be tough, I think, for Andujar to get there, but I think he might have enough to sneakily get in there. I think SDS is not afraid to hold back on his hitting stats. We've seen how quickly they upgrade Yankee cards, too. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say Miguel Andujar makes it to a gold, but it's one of those ones that I'm saying with less confidence than some of the other ones. Now it's time to move into the gold to diamond predictions. I only had 2 silver to golds, but I'm going to give you guys 3 gold to diamond predictions that I think could happen this week. Let's go. No surprises here, guys. Christian Yelich. I think Christian Yelich needs to get a diamond this week. I could also see him getting a player of the month card, so maybe they hold back on giving him a diamond just so they can give him a diamond player of the month. I don't know. The player of the month has been extremely hard to predict and extremely hard to, kind of figure out the formula this year. But either way, Christian Yelich, 83 overall gold, 2 points off a diamond. He's a left fielder, and similar to Acuna, he's got the fielding and the speed already down. Literally, the hitting is the only thing holding him back. I mean, 90 fielding in left field with 71 arm strength, that's going to get the job done. 78 speed with 45 stealing, the stealing's whatever. The speed is really big. He's going to be a good fielder and a quick guy on the bases as well as in the field. So really, it's the hitting that's holding him back. The hitting is already pretty good too. 85, 84 contact, 61, 55 power. But take a look at Christian Yelich's year that he's having. A 315 average on the year, 27 home runs, 85 RBIs. He's got a 379 on base percentage, 555 slugging, and a 934 OPS. In the last 2 weeks of the season, he's hitting 320 with a 393 on base percentage, a 760 slugging, and an OPS over 1100. And on the year, he's got 20 home runs against righties, and he's got 7 home runs and 10 doubles against lefties. I think Christian Yelich is due for a power upgrade. I mean, you could keep the contact in 85, 84, whatever, but I think both power against righties and lefties needs to come up, especially righties. He's got 20 home runs on the year against righties alone. 61, that doesn't do it justice. It's got to be at least like 68 to 70, somewhere in that range. I think Christian Yelich does get a power upgrade this week, and like I said, with the fielding already being really good for his position, the speed being good, I think you give him a little bit of a power boost. I think he has enough to make it to an 85. So I'm going to say this is the week that Christian Yelich goes diamond. And after looking at the stats, I also believe it should be time for Edwin Diaz to go diamond as well. So Edwin Diaz is kind of an interesting card for me because the 2 stats that he absolutely excels in, besides velocity and break, but those are just about his pitches, the hits and Ks per 9, 97 hits per 9 with 103 Ks per 9, and then that's without inside edge. You give him a plus 8 to that, he's all the way up to an 86. So Edwin Diaz, it's just those are the stats that are going to get upgraded. But then you start looking at the card, you start breaking it down. He could go up in a couple other stats, I think, that makes it possible for him to get a diamond without even upgrading his hits and Ks per 9. So let's take a look at Edwin Diaz's season. He's got a 1.90 ERA in a 66.1 innings pitched. Now, one thing to remember when talking about Edwin Diaz, he's already got 66.1 innings pitched this year. Last year, he had 66 total. So he's already got more innings pitched this year than last year, with still about 3/4 of a month left to go in the season. He's converted 52 out of 56 save opportunities for the Mariners. He's got 115 strikeouts and 16 walks, and he's got a 0.784 whip. He's only allowed 2 earned runs in his last 27 appearances. He's been just lights out. So here, if you want to upgrade either the hits and Ks per 9, I think you would upgrade the Ks per 9 because he's got 116 strikeouts this year, and last year he only had 89. And remember, he's already matched his inning total, so he's got more strikeouts this year in the same amount of innings. So I think the Ks per 9 could go up a little bit. Now, the big thing I think is that walks per 9 stat. He's got a 48 walk per 9 stat. Now, that stat is important because that will also go along with his control and stuff. But last year he had 32 walks, and remember, in the same amount of innings pitched as this year, 32 walks last year, he's only got 16. He's literally cut the walks in half this year. Those walk per 9s, or that base on balls per 9, that stat should go up, I think, into the 60s at least. He's been not walking a lot of batters this year. His whip is very low. I think walks per 9 and Ks per 9 are where Edwin Diaz could go up. I guess you could also give him a little bit to his clutch, considering he does have 52 saves on the season. He has blown 4 of them, so maybe 81's okay. But I think the 2 biggest stats to look at are walks per 9 and Ks per 9, and then possibly the clutch. But I think Edwin Diaz could get a 2 overall jump to a diamond. And the last guy I'm going to talk about in this video, guys, is Justin Turner. Now, Justin Turner was a diamond. He was an 85. He was hurt for a lot of the year, and then once he got back, he didn't perform that well, and then they dropped him down to a gold, and then he just started tearing it up again. So I don't know how fast SDS is going to give him the diamond back. If they want to see him hit more, I don't know. I think Justin Turner definitely had a really good enough month to warrant himself getting a diamond. Is he going to get a diamond player of the month, and they're going to wait similar to Yelich? I don't know. That's a different question. But taking a look at Justin Turner, obviously he stands out against lefties. 93 contact versus lefties, 79 power versus lefties. He's already playing up to that in the season anyway. I don't think anything's going to change with his lefty numbers, but possibly his righties. So take a look at the season. He's got a 312 average with a 407 on base percentage, a 525 slugging, and a 932 OPS. He's got 12 home runs, 41 RBIs, and 21 doubles on the year. And remember, he was hurt for a lot of it. So in the month of August, he hit 402. He had an over 400 average in the month of August, a 491 on base, a 722 slugging, and a OPS over 1200. And he had 6 home runs, 11 RBIs, and 6 home runs, 11 doubles, and 20 RBIs. So Justin Turner obviously had a great month of August. Like I said, are they going to give him a player of the month card, or are they going to bring him up to a diamond? I think the numbers against righties could go up because he's hitting 294 this year with an 881 OPS, 9 home runs, and 11 doubles. So I think the contact and power against the righties could go up slightly. I wouldn't be absolutely shocked if Justin Turner stays at a gold this week, but I think he is playing well enough to warrant himself getting back to that 85 overall diamond. But yeah, I think if he's going to go up, it's going to have to be with his contact and power against righties in some sort. But yeah, like I said, I could see it happening, but I could also see SDS kind of being a little slow with it just because they already downgraded him. Do they want to upgrade him again quickly? I don't know. But Justin Turner, I think he could possibly have enough. So those are my roster update predictions for this week, guys. That's all the players I'm going to talk about. Remember, go ahead and go down in the comments and let me know who I missed, or if you disagree, or if you have any other ideas of what's going on in this roster update. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. But anyway, drop a thumbs up on this video if you enjoyed it, guys. Subscribe to the channel to keep up with all the new MLB The Show 18 stuff, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.